Good evening. Hello, hello. We are so excited to have you here. My name is Jay, and I am your StriveScan facilitator for the evening. As you all keep coming pouring in, we are super excited to have you, and welcome to the College Admissions Collaborative Highlighting Engineering and Technology Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We have 6 great schools that are here to go ahead and tell you all about what they have to offer. Before we get started and jump right in, I'm going to go over some housekeeping items that we have. So first, you can use the Q&A button that you have at the top or bottom of your screen to ask questions at any time. We highly recommend you ask any questions that you have, or at least get contact information for these amazing representatives of these schools. Now, don't worry, your camera and video are completely off. We cannot see and we cannot hear you, so do not worry. Also, this is just one of many sessions that are happening today, tomorrow, and over the next day. So if you're interested in this school, want to learn more about it, you can even find out some info sessions that we're having within the next 3 days as well. Also, this presentation is being recorded. So no worries there. If you forget anything or want to follow back up, within about 1 week, you'll be able to go back to strivescan.com/cache and find the recording. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and bring up our first presenter with Purdue University. Come on up.
Well, good evening, everyone. Looks like I don't have my video. So we're going to go ahead and get started. There we go. So, hi, my name is Amy Glenn. I'm the Associate Director of the Office of Future Engineers here at Purdue University. Joining me is my colleague, Janiyah Downing from the Office of Admissions. Janiyah, you want to say hi?
Hi, I'm Janiyah from the Office of Admissions.
So we've got a lot of information to cover, and I'm going to ask Janiyah to take the first slide here, kind of do an overview of Purdue University, and then I'll focus in on engineering itself. So Janiyah, you want to take this?
Absolutely. So Purdue University is located in West Lafayette, Indiana. We have a pretty big school going on, about 35,000 undergraduate students. You can kind of see some of the data of male to female and our minority population on campus right there in front of you. We have a variety of different colleges and over 200 majors. So we are definitely have many of the majors available for the careers many of you want to go into. We are known for our rigor, for our research, for our students who are dedicated to, taking the next big step, not only for their community, but for the world. So if you see yourself as an innovator, as we like to call a game changer, Purdue might be the right school for you. If you have any questions about specifics about the admissions process or anything as an overview of the university campus environment, I will be happy to answer those questions in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Janiyah. I appreciate that. So let's start talking about engineering itself. We are number 9 when it comes to engineering in the U.S., according to U.S. News and World Report. Number 9 is a public university, and number 5 is an innovative school. So while we are a large university, we are very small when it comes to heart and closeness. We are diverse. We have 10,000 undergraduate students within engineering itself. And those students are coming from all over the US and around the world. And I like to kind of call this a melting pot because students are coming from everywhere and working together closely. As you can see, about 30% of our engineering students are from in-state, whereas the remainder of students are from out of state and out of country. We are the second highest number of bachelor degrees awarded to women in engineering, and we are the first women in engineering program in the US. That was started in the late 1960s. We are the birthplace of the National Society of Black Engineers. So NSBE was founded here at Purdue University as a student organization by 5 students who are really excited, of course, of what it's grown into today. We have 5 cultural centers. The Minority Engineering Program and the Women in Engineering Program serve all of our students within engineering. And have a lot of great resources from camps to visit, as well as once you get on campus, mentoring programs and resources to help you succeed in engineering. As you can see, this is where our students are at, sophomore through senior year. So everyone starts in first year engineering. What that does is gives you a chance to explore all 17 majors that we have here at Purdue. Often students will come in thinking they want to study one type of engineering and then find out there's something completely different they hadn't thought of before. In fact, I was talking to someone in nuclear engineering today, and they said they have a faculty that's doing research on bubbles, like you blow bubbles. Exactly, they're doing nuclear research on that, which is really pretty cool. They're also doing research on things like preserving food. Who'd have thought that within nuclear engineering? But we are known for our aero and astronautical engineering. Purdue has sent over 25 astronauts to space, which is really pretty cool. So in first year, you'll explore all your different options. And then around March of your first year is where you make that decision of which major of engineering you're going to move into. And then that starts in your sophomore year. So being successful, the engineering class of 2019, 85% had at least one internship experience. 97% knew where they were going within 6 months after graduation. So our students are going off to industry, but then others are going on for their MBAs, they're going on to med school, they're going on to law school. Engineering is a great avenue if you're thinking about pre-med, pre-law, pre-vet, pre-dentistry, all of that, because it will prepare you for the rigors and breadth of those programs. However, you have a great degree to fall back on if you realize that's not the right fit for you. The average starting salaries for an engineer with a bachelor's degree from Purdue University is about $70,000 a year, which is not too bad. And we have over 82,000 living alums worldwide. Our alums love to give back and love to get connected. So if you would like to get to know a Purdue engineering alum in your area, please feel free to contact us and let us know. We're happy to get you connected with them as well. A little bit more about first year engineering. The most common way to do first year engineering is the Ideas to Innovation course. This is a 2-semester sequence course. However, there are a variety of other options to do that as well. No matter which option you choose, you'll be in a team of 4 working on hands-on projects. You'll learn team working skills, career exploration, critical analysis, problem solving, and more, which prepares you for anything that you want to do. So here's all our majors. EPICS is a great course that you could do to work with a community service organization on the budget, timeline, and project to get that practical experience. However, as a student, you'll be able to get co-ops and internships as early as after your first year. We have 1,700 unique employers that come to Purdue every year just to talk to our students and snatch them up for opportunities the next summer. Study abroad, research, there's over 2,000 research experience opportunities every year going on by our undergraduate students. So there is a lot to choose from. Internships and co-ops are well paid, about $20 to $30 an hour. Study abroad, you can go for a week, a month, a semester, or a full year. You can work overseas or do research overseas. And Jay,
all right.
Are we good?
We're good. We got to wrap it
okay,
on up.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. Really appreciate that there. And if you have any further questions, definitely make sure you put those in the Q&A. But I'm going to bring up Rice University now so that we can get on with our presentation. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone. My name is Brandon Mack. I'm an Associate Director of Admission and very proud alum of Rice University, located in the beautiful city of Houston, Texas. So Rice is what I like to call a comprehensive research university with a liberal arts attitude. What I mean by that is that at Rice, you get the very best of both worlds, the very best of a major research university, combined with the very best elements of a small liberal arts college. We have about 3,900 undergraduate students. The median class size is 15, and the student to faculty ratio is 6:1. So that means you get to know your professors really well in very small classes. We offer 7 academic schools of study. Our 7 schools include the George R. Brown School of Engineering, the Weiss School of Natural Sciences, the School of Humanities, the School of Social Sciences, our Jones School of Business, the Shepherd School of Music, and our School of Architecture. Within those 7 different schools, you have access to over 50 majors and 23 different minors. We offer amazing pre-professional programs in pre-medicine, pre-law, and pre-business. Rice is very proud to say that we currently have a 90% acceptance rate into medical school and a 90 to 95% acceptance rate into law school and business school. We also believe in academic freedom and flexibility, and we want to give our students all the choices in terms of how they structure their education. One of the ways that we demonstrate that is in the fact that we do not have a traditional core curriculum. What we have is something called flexible distribution requirements, where we ask you to take 3 classes in the School of Humanities, 3 in the School of Social Sciences, and then 3 of the Applied Sciences, which would be natural science or engineering, and you decide what classes you want to take to satisfy your requirements. So it gives you the ability to cater to your interests and cater to your skill set. So for example, me, I hate math. I hate math with a fire of 1,000 suns. So because of that, I was able to structure all my natural science and engineering classes to not have any math in it. So we really do give you that freedom and flexibility to learn what you want to learn in the way you want to learn it at Rice. So for all of you future engineers out there, feel free to take as much math as you like. We encourage experiential learning through research, internships, and study abroad. Everyone can do research at Rice University as a freshman student all the way until you're ready to graduate. We have over 45 research centers on our campus, and currently about 2/3 of our students engage in research during their time as an undergraduate. We also offer some of the most amazing professors in the world. And once again, because of our small size, you will have access to these fabulous professors all along during your time at Rice University. One of the other things that we're known of is for best quality of life. We're consistently among the top 5 for having one of the best quality of life of any university. And for the last 6 years consecutively, we've been ranked #1 for the most race and class interaction of any university. One of the cornerstones of our student life experience is our housing system. It's called the residential college system. I like to refer to it as Harry Potter on steroids, because instead of being sorted by a sorting hat, no one is sorted. You're randomly assigned to one of the 11 residential colleges on our campus, and is where you live when you live on campus. And even if you don't live on campus, you're still affiliated with that residential college. We offer over 280 student organizations and clubs that range from anything and everything. We offer over 150 programs to study abroad and have sent students to every single continent, including Antarctica. So we don't limit you in terms of study abroad. And we're an NCAA Division I sports team. We have 7 sports for men, 7 sports for women. Our Rice women's basketball team just yesterday won the WNIT championship. And we also offer numerous support services for our students related to both academic supports, our multicultural center, student succession initiatives, and a specific office devoted to well-being and our counseling center. So you're very well supported as a Rice University student when you become a student, all the way until you graduate, and even after you graduate when you join our wonderful alumni network. We're situated in the beautiful city of Houston, Texas, home to Beyonce, and yes, Rice's information. So we have a lot of wonderful things for you to do while you're in the city of Houston. One of the ways that we ensure that is that every student gets a passport to Houston. This gives every single student free access to the entire metro system. So you have free access to every single bus and every single light rail, and then you get free or discount admission to opera, ballet, symphony performances, professional theater events, movie theaters, and professional sports team games. We really want you to have access to everything that Houston has to offer by just simply being a Rice Owl. And we're also dedicated to students from all socioeconomic backgrounds. So we try our very hardest to make sure that Rice University is affordable to all students. We practice need-blind admission. We do meet 100% of demonstrated need for all students admitted to the university, and that is inclusive of international students. And we also offer merit-based scholarships. When you apply to Rice, you will automatically be considered for every single merit scholarship. So no separate application, no separate deadline. And we also, once again, offer our Rice Investment, which is our need-based financial aid package, which ensures that Rice is affordable for students from all socioeconomic backgrounds. And when you having this amazing student life coupled with amazing academics translates into our success, and Rice University students go on to do amazing things in their lives. As you can see, our students go on into the workforce. We also have, once again, a 90% acceptance rate in a medical school and a 90 to 95% acceptance rate into law school and business school. So if you're interested in learning more about unconventional wisdom and an amazing place, I invite you to visit more about Rice University and to go to our admission website, as well as ask me questions both during this college fair and the later session that Rice University will be offering through CACHET later in the week. Thank you all so much, and I'll turn it over to my next colleague.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brandon. Really appreciate that here. So I'm going to ask that we have Rose-Hulman Institute of Tech come on up. Dexter, it's your turn.
Well, thank you so very much, Jay. Good evening to everyone. Dexter Jordan here from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. So very glad to have all of you here with us, and we are going to take a look at Rose-Hulman and to see what we have to offer as a school. And what I am hoping to do is to hide the video panel so I can get my slideshow going here and start from the beginning. All right, we're at Rose-Hulman, located in Terre Haute, Indiana. 220 students go there, undergraduate students. We have 18 degrees in the STEM areas, and our average class size would be around 20 students a class. Rose-Hulman is a engineering, math, and science school. We have a 13-to-1 student faculty ratio, and all of our classes are taught by faculty. Rose-Hulman has a very unique position in the industry at this time, where we have the latitude to teach our students both the concepts, theories, and equations of engineering, math, or science, but also get them very involved in the practical application. And we do this by keeping faculty in the classroom. We have an open door policy that gives our students access to faculty to ask questions, be inquisitive of certain concepts, or even to do additional research with faculty members. Our faculty are dedicated to your education, and they are very happy to be teaching at Rose-Hulman. They are famous for giving our students individualized attention and also support for their needs for their academic careers. If we do have any sophomore, juniors, or seniors who are listening at this time, we have some programs available. Project Select's a week-long science engineering camp for grades 9 and 10. Creation Crates is a 2-week experimental design program for students who can do them at home. And this is something that was born out of the COVID situation, and we wanted to remain in contact with students who are interested in innovation. And then finally, Operation Catapult is a 2-week engineering camp where students work on projects in a team setting, and they are sponsored and mentored by a faculty member. I want to go over what we look at for as far as applications are concerned for all those who are looking at applying in the next year or so. Our application will be up and running. November the 1st is the early action deadline, and we'll let you know by December 15th. For regular decision, that'll be February 1st, and we'll let you know by the 15th of March. Neither decision is binding, so that gives you the opportunity to visit the school, see what we have to offer, and then make your decision by the 1st of May. The things that we need for your application would be your high school transcript. Tests will be optional this year, so test scores are not needed for admission to the school. We need a letter of recommendation from your teacher or school counselor. And you can see the classes that we need: 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 2 years of social sciences, year of biology, year of chemistry, and year of physics. We're on the Common App, and we also have our own application. We have a wonderful career services opportunity for our students to take advantage of. We have paid internships and co-ops that are national. We also have research experiences. We work with over 350 different companies each year. 2020 was a very good year for us, placed 97% of our graduating class, and the starting salary was somewhere around $76,000 per year. This is our contact information. We're very glad to sit down and meet with you and talk with any of you that have questions about Rose-Hulman. We are, once again, an undergraduate engineering school, and we want to make sure that you have the best information possible about the school. Thank you so very much for listening. If you have any additional questions, please check us out online, and we'll be there during the chat this evening.
Awesome, thank you so much. And just as a reminder, if you are putting questions in that Q&A, it would be very helpful to all of our panelists if you could list the specific school they're for, so they know exactly who to reply to. But we are going to move right along to the second half of our evening with University of Chicago. Liz, take it away.
Thank you, Jay, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lizschutz. I'm an admissions counselor and alumna of the University of Chicago. We are a small liberal arts institution nested within a larger research university. And from our very foundations since 1890 when we were founded. We have been an institution devoted to really pressing innovation to further society's biggest problems. To that end, we are a campus of first. On our screen here in the lower left, we have Georgiana Simpson, the first African-American female to receive a PhD degree at the University of Chicago. She received her degree in Germanic Studies in 1921. The middle photo there, that is Jay Berwanger. He won the very first Heisman Trophy back in 1935. And then in the lower right, we have Enrico Fermi, who won a Nobel Prize for achieving the first self-sustaining nuclear reaction as part of the Manhattan Project. That actually took place under the bleachers of our former football stadium. And of course, he went on to win a Nobel Prize for those achievements. So that's a little bit about our history. In modern day, we are still as innovative as ever. And that really takes root in our core curriculum. So as a liberal arts institution, all of our students take advantage of the core, which consists of 8 different academic disciplines. Students will typically do that during their first 2 years, and then you don't need to declare a major until your 3rd year. The other really important thing to understand about the University of Chicago is that all 52 of our majors are housed under the one umbrella of the undergraduate college. So you're not applying to a specific undergraduate school, you are simply applying to UChicago. You might come and say that you are interested in being a biochemistry major, but then 2 weeks later, you can switch to music because that is in the same college. Another 2 weeks later, you can switch to creative writing, and then maybe you will end up at molecular engineering. That is the one major that I briefly want to plug. UChicago is the only institution in the world to have an undergraduate program dedicated to molecular engineering. So if you are interested in solving some of the world's biggest problems, like how can we molecularly manipulate the human body immune system to automatically fight off cancer, or how can we change the structure of salt water to make it safe for drinking? If you would like to solve some of those problems on a nanoscale level, molecular engineering may be for you. And of course, across core classes as well as major classes, we're dedicated to those small classes. 85% of our classes are 25 students or fewer, and we have a student to faculty ratio of 5:1. Outside of the classroom, we are also preparing you with research and internships. As I mentioned, we are a liberal arts institution within a larger research university. So that translates to over 80% of our students doing some form of hands-on research. Particularly for those of you interested in engineering, we have partnerships with the Argonne and Fermi National Laboratories. Those are national labs co-run by the US Department of Energy and the University of Chicago. So really great options there, as well as internships, all of which are paid and funded by the University of Chicago. I want to briefly touch on student life next. Similar to some of my peers here, we are a very residential college. Housing is a cornerstone at the University of Chicago. This year is a little bit different with the pandemic, but typically we do ask all first and second years to live on campus in the dorms. And we hope that you will make friends, not only through housing and through your classes, but also through the clubs that you join. We have over 450 organizations on campus, some of our largest ones being Model United Nations or University Theater. But then we have smaller, more niche clubs like the Hot Chocolate Appreciation Society or the Zombie Readiness Task Force. So a little bit of something for everyone. So if you are interested in molecular engineering or learning how to fight off zombies, we'd love to have you apply. Our application will open up later this year, usually around August 1st. We accept the Common application, the Coalition application, and the QuestBridge app. We have 2 different deadlines, November 1st and January 1st. And we practice what we call holistic admissions. So that means that in addition to looking at your application, we're really going to want to see the whole context of who you are as a person. At UChicago, you do not need to have AP or IB or a certain curricula. We will read you in the context of your high school as well as your personal context. Part of that context is going to be coming in from your recommendations and from your transcript, but we really care about your voice in the end. And that's why we put such a heavy emphasis on our essays. In addition to reading your personal statement, we also have our UChicago supplement, where we ask you, why do you want to come to the University of Chicago? And then we also have some more unique essay questions, which are coming up on the screen now. In the past, we've asked questions like, where's Waldo? Or what's so odd about odd numbers? And we hope that you will have fun writing these creative prompts so that we can get to know you better. I'll drop my contact in the chat and look forward to hearing some of your questions. Thanks, Jay.
All right, thank you so much here. I really appreciate that, Liz. And we're going to bring you on up with Washington University, St. Louis.
Hi, Jay. Thanks so much. And hi, everyone. My name is Anne McCurdy's. I'm a Senior Assistant Director and current MBA student at Washington University in St. Louis. I'm excited to get started off by talking about our city. It's a city that we call home. St. Louis is a medium-sized city that gives you the best of both worlds. It's a big city that feels like a small town. We have beautiful parks, museums, passionate sports fans, and an awesome food scene as well. You can see our map here and where we're located. We're actually located just outside of the city, so it does feel like a residential college campus, but every student gets a Metro Pass and they're able to find their way either downtown near the Arch or to the Cortex, which is our innovation hub in the city. The city is one of the fastest growing cities for startup companies and technology as well, which is why it's a great place to be a student interested in technology or interested in engineering and ways that they can get involved in the city, along with, of course, their experience at WashU. On our campus, our student body is diverse, inclusive, and collaborative. They're very creative. They find their ways into many of these divisions that you see here. We do have about 7,000 undergraduate students, and they first must apply to one of these 5 divisions. So the College of Arts and Sciences is like our liberal arts hub. You'll find everything from natural sciences, social sciences, to arts and humanities. And then we have architecture, art, business, and engineering. They're direct admit in the sense that you apply to one of them, and then you're already taking classes in them right away. What's nice about these divisions, however, is that students are always taking classes across the divisions. Our students, about 80% of them are graduating with more than just a major. So they can minor across divisions, they can major across divisions. And for those of you interested in engineering, over 50% of our engineers are taking classes in other divisions because they know how important it is for that interdisciplinary learning to be the best engineers. We also have joint programs. One is the joint program for business and engineering. So you're getting a dual degree with the Olin School of Business and the McKelvey School of Engineering. There's also computer science and math and computer science and economics as well. So computer science is actually one of the most taught classes or courses on our campus. And again, very interdisciplinary with the ways that our students are approaching these different divisions in the classes. In the classroom, most of our classes are small discussion-based classes. We have an average class size of about 26. And so you're working really closely with your classmates and challenging each other and pushing each other forward. This interdisciplinary study that I've been talking about is really the hallmark of the academic experience at WashU. And you're not approaching this alone. So you have 1,500 courses. How do you choose? Our advising system is very important to us, and you are advised by faculty, whether it's a major advisor, a minor advisor. You have pre-professional advisors, career advisors, study abroad, research advisors. So you get the idea there is quite a network for you to work with and sort of find your path with the support of your advisors that are with you from day one. We also have 11 faculty fellows who live side by side with students in the residential halls. So just sort of further building that community connection that we have at WashU. We also are encouraging our students to continue learning outside of the classroom. So for every one of our academic majors and programs, students are able to study abroad. I know that many times engineers might think that they don't have time to study abroad, but we have summer programs, alternative spring breaks, full semester programs. There's also a team called Engineers Without Borders, and so they go abroad each year. As a tier 1 research institution, our students are starting research as early as their first year. Of course, it's up to you. It's not required by any means, but our students are able to take advantage of that right away, working again side by side with faculty and other students and peers. Many of our students are also either starting their own business or supporting a business. We have 11 storefronts on our STEP, the Student Entrepreneurship Program you see in this picture here. And then of course, getting involved in St. Louis. We wouldn't be WashU without St. Louis. And so that engagement takes place both by student initiative and by the Gephardt Institute for Civic and Community Engagement. And then moving into student life, beyond these co-curricular events, our students are taking advantage of our over 450 plus student organizations. So we have our student union that has a $3.5 million budget, and they are using that to support students. And so that's either paying your way to a conference or bringing in a speaker or just bringing snacks to a group event. They use that budget to again, support students' interests. And we have activities ranging from our highly competitive Division III athletics, which you see here, to our 13 a cappella groups. This other image is a fashion show that we have with our art students. There's also groups that are, again, co-curricular, like Design, Build, Fly, where they build and fly an aircraft every year and compete in an international competition. So it really just depends on what you are interested in, but I think the best part is that students are there for each other and they support each other. So there's no event that goes unattended, and there's no weekend with a free night. There's always something going on, and it's our students supporting students through those events. We love to get to know you through a holistic process. And so we talk about our multifaceted students, and we see that in our applicants as well. So we do take a holistic approach to the application review process. This year we are test optional for our students. And so we're looking at many different parts of the application. I won't mention all of them, but I will mention a new piece of the application, which is the 90-second video where students were able to introduce us to themselves in 90 seconds. And that was one of our favorite parts and a welcomed addition to the application because we got to see and learn from you and your voice. And here we have some dates and times to apply. I know that's early to be thinking about now, but there are 3 times to apply. We have early decision 1 and early decision 2, which are binding decisions, and then regular decision, which is a non-binding decision where most of our students apply. We have the QuestBridge Common Application and Coalition Application, and also we meet 100% of demonstrated need for all of our admitted students. So you can feel free to contact us here. I also dropped some information in the chat, and I'll put some more information there for you to be able to be in touch with us. Thanks, Jay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anne. We are going to move right along to our final presenter of the evening. And we know this is just a taste, but I'm so happy that you have so many questions for us. But Diana with the Illinois Institute of Technology, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. I hope you all can see me and hear me all right, but welcome to the presentation today. This will be a presentation going through some general information about Illinois Tech. My name is Diana and I'm admission counselor here. I'm joined here by Will, another admission counselor at Illinois Tech, and he will be able to help with any questions in the chat box, so definitely ask your questions. My role is to help you. So if you have any questions after this presentation, definitely feel free to contact me. So to start off, Illinois Tech is Chicago's only STEM-focused university located in Chicago, Illinois. We are home to over 45 majors such as engineering, computer-related sciences, lab sciences, architecture, business, and more. Our more popular ones being our STEM-related majors, especially our engineering programs. We are ABET and NAAB accredited, and we also have some special programs like pre-med, pre-pharmacy, pre-optometry, and pre-law. Our student body has around 3,000 undergraduate students, and we represent all 50 states and over 80 countries. In terms of our academic experience, we have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So we have smaller classes, which equates to more individualized attention from your faculty members. And 100% of our classes are taught by professors and other stats listed over here. Going into some of the hallmarks of our education, we thrive in research experiences. So undergraduates can get involved in research as early as their freshman year. Some of the examples listed there. So you could definitely do some research on our research opportunities using our website. Moving into the second one, we have our Interprofessional Projects Program, or IPRO for short. This is a required projects course for our students, which allows our students to learn in an interdisciplinary environment, creating projects to tackle real-world problems, such as developing new assistive technology for some stroke victims. And then for Elevate, Elevate is an umbrella organization that connects our students to different out-of-classroom experiences, such as internships, co-ops, studying abroad, and competitions. This is very unique to our university, and it focuses on our students' experiences. Moving into campus life, we have over 150 student organizations and a ton of organizations to choose from. So we have a lot of like nonprofit, ranging to academic, religious, to music organizations. We have a really prominent a cappella group on our campus. So if you're interested in that, you could definitely join. We have intramural athletics. So if you were into like fitness classes or like flag football, some casual sports, then you can definitely join that. And then also esport teams. We do have a very competitive esport community, so if you're interested in video gaming, you can join that. We also have NCAA Division III athletic teams, as well as Greek life on our campus. Moving into residential experiences, 70% of our students live on campus, and we provide housing for all 4 years, so you do not have to look for housing in Chicago. All of the available housing are listed there, and the top 4 are what is available for our first-year students. And as you can see, there are a few residential halls that are very, very new. We do have virtual tours available if you wanted to see what an inside of a dorm room looks like at Illinois Tech. And then going into the admission process, our application is completely free and is on Common App for our first-year students. Some of the required materials include your high school transcripts as updated as possible, letters of recommendation, and 1 completed Common App application. Some optional materials include test scores. We have gone test optional for fall 2021, and we are more than likely going to go test optional for fall 2022, but be sure to check out our website for official updates. And then other optionals you can include optional items you can include our portfolio, resumes, and anything else. In terms of class profile, middle 50% of our admitted freshman body are earning a weighted GPA, ACT and SAT ranges listed on the screen. We only provide ranges, keep that in mind, because we don't have a specific cutoff for any of our majors, and we do review applications holistically, so we take into consideration your transcripts, your letters of recommendation, your personal essays, extracurricular activities, and all of that. In terms of admission timelines, we do have a priority scholarship deadline of November 15th. That is the deadline for any of our full tuition scholarships. So if you're applying for fall 2022, be sure to mark this on your calendar. In general, we are on a rolling admission cycle, so you can submit your application all year round. For example, our application is live from August 1st of 2020 to August 1st of 2021 for the fall of 2021 semester. You can apply as late as that date, but of course, we are not encouraging our students to apply that late because of financial aid packaging, housing and course selections, as well as that priority scholarship deadline. In terms of our first-year scholarships, all admitted first-year students are automatically considered for our Henry T. Hewitt Scholarship or International Scholarship if you're an international student, regardless of when you apply in the admission cycle. This ranges from $10,000 all the way up to $30,000 per year, depending on your application. And then in terms of the Camera Scholarship, you must apply before or by the November 15th deadline to be considered for a Camera Scholarship, which is full tuition and for domestic students only, as well as renewable annually. In terms of additional scholarships, you can see all of them listed on this slide. All of these scholarships, we do need an additional application for, so definitely complete that additional application along with your general application, and you can find that on our website. Quick stats, we are #1 return on investment, number 39 in the nation for best value university, and we do offer scholarships that ranges from $10,000 all the way up to full tuition. And then we do also have pre-college programs. So these are summer programs that provide engagement with Illinois Tech graduate students as well as professors. These are hands-on experiences that mimics undergraduate studies at Illinois Tech. It looks great on a college application, as well as a few courses that count for college credit. And then, yeah, that is all. I know this was short and sweet, so definitely feel free to contact me or put any questions down below in the chat box. And thank you so much for listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Diana. I'm going to ask all of my main presenters to come on up here because I have a question for you for our 6x6 in closing. What advice would you give to someone going through the college search process? And we're just going to answer in the same order that you all presented. So Purdue University, what do you have to say here?
So my recommendation would be to start by keeping a list and then look at all the schools that you're interested in and look at a variety of schools. So put some of the big schools on your list and put some smaller schools on your list, and put the schools on your list that have your top first, second, and third choices in case you change your mind.
Absolutely. Great. Rice University?
My biggest piece of advice is that this is an amazing time for you to think about your future, and you shouldn't limit yourself. The only way you're ever going to know if any college or university is an option for you is to apply. So don't be concerned about the numbers and things of that nature. That's going to give you a sense of how competitive you could be. But once again, that's not necessarily going to be the marker of what gets you in or what keeps you out. So the only way you know is to put forth that application. So dream big and put forth that best application.
Absolutely. Rose-Hulman, what do you have to say here?
Wow, you're getting some great advice right now. And my advice is really kind of off the beaten path. One, create an email address that you can use just for the college search process. That way you can funnel all of these wonderful emails that you're going to get from us, and we're going to email you and put them in one spot so you can keep an eye on them. The second thing is to know who you are. Have a good sense of what you like, what you don't like, and take the time to write it down. Write down what you want to do, what you want to do. And Brandon was totally 100% correct. Dream as big as you want to, because nothing nothing is out of your reach at this point.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. University of Chicago.
That was great advice, Dexter, and I echo all of my colleagues. The one thing I would add is to really start looking at fit when you're doing your college search. So you have to think about not only where you be successful, but where will you be happy? I think that's really important. And one way that I think is very helpful to assess fit is to start talking to current students. A lot of institutions will have specific email addresses where you can chat with a current student or alum. I know at the University of Chicago, we have specific events, Zoom office hours if you want to chat one-on-one with a current student. So take advantage, meet with us virtually, and we look forward to when we can see you all in person again soon.
Definitely, definitely. Washington University, St. Louis, what do you have to chime in?
To agree with what everyone has been saying, keeping a notebook and keeping notes, and whether you're attending virtual events or you're having a conversation with someone, making sure that you're writing things down so that you can refer back to know not only what they said, but how it made you feel when you were hearing it. And also that you are enough right now. You do not have to change yourself for this application process. For us, you've met at least 6 of us here tonight, and we are excited to get to know you. So don't change yourself for us. Know that we are here for you to support you, and really looking forward to get to know who you are.
Fantastic. And Illinois Institute of Technology, can you close us out with this question?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with everything that everyone has said. My recommendation is I definitely recommend putting anything and everything in your application. We want you to brag about yourself. We want you to shine in your application, any experiences that you've had that may not have been shown in your other application materials. And also keep in mind deadlines.
Great. Yeah, absolutely here. So we're going to get here closed up in just a moment, but I just want to say we are so thankful to have you all here with us. We are so excited that you could be here. When you close out, there is going to be a very short survey. So it's just 4 questions. So we would love your feedback. Now, we do want to say there are more sessions. I know some of these amazing schools have posted already in the chat, but over the next 3 days, there's going to be what we call info sessions. And you can find out more about those where you get full 45 minutes, a lot longer than these 6-minute quick hits here to ask your questions and get more information. So definitely want to go over to strivescan.com/CACHET to find out more about that. Also, within about 1 week, you'll be able to find that recording there, but we are going to close out. So you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here, and thank you to our amazing panelists. Appreciate it.